Hello everyone, welcome to the second video of Azure in Maverick Cloud. So today we will learn about the types of services in cloud. So basically in market there is three cloud which is using a very various places. Okay, so that is called Azure cloud, that is called AWS, Amazon Web Service, and another is GCP. So today we will learn about the type of services inside of the each cloud. So it doesn't depends on what kind of cloud, what type of cloud we are using. If we at least we have to know, make sure about the services, what kind of services we are using. At least this will be a very important. So today video will be very important to the basic of Azure, to learn the types of services in Azure. So we have three types of services in Azure, that is IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So IaaS, infrastructure as a services, and PaaS, platform as a services, and SaaS, software as a services. So let's discuss about what is this and why we use this. Okay, so the first point is, what is IaaS? What is infrastructure as a services? So whenever IaaS provide the virtualized computing resources over the internet, okay, and it's include server, storage account, and networking and hardwares, and also it's manage the OS and disk on the particular applications, on the particular databases as well. So let's assume we have a requirement to create a virtual machine for particular application. So if we will create the particular virtual machine, then we have to make sure about that, what kind of services we will have, what kind of operating system there will be, what kind of networking there will be, and how many size of the data should be, how many size of disk should be there for the particular applications in the virtual machines. Okay, and let's assume sometimes we have to make the communication secure, then we have to also make sure about that networking, like virtual machine, like inside that virtual machine itself, like a virtual network like subnet and vnets, etc., to make the environment more secure. Okay, to communicate over the internet as well. Sorry. So that is the main things in the IaaS. Okay, and let's come on to the why we use IaaS. Okay, so this is a very scalable and flexible infrastructure. Let's assume we have an requirement for the applications for two virtual machine itself to run our applications, and we made the particular specifications. Okay, like 16 GB of RAM only for each VMs. In some time there will be requirement to increase that RAM as per our user load on the applications, or where we have to in some time, if we wanted to decrease the RAM and decrease the data sizes, and do the some of the um, networking change, if we have to update that rules and policy to communicate with the over the network. So that is that flexibility, where we wanted to do, we can make it, we can customize it as per our requirement. So this is that's why we have to use the IaaS. Okay, and this is very cost effective. Whatever we will use, whatever we have configured for the storage wise, for the networking wise, for the compute wise, that much amount of the time, then only that particular period of the time only we have to give the cost, we have to give the money to the cloud vendor. Okay, whatever it is, Azure or AWS or GCP. So we will see in this on Azure portal itself. I will walk through you the IaaS services as well. Let's come to the PaaS, platform as a service. So Platform as a services PaaS provide that platform where customer will come or developer run their codes, they will build their codes and they will just run their code. They don't need to worry about the infrastructure behind that codes. They don't worry about that storage behind that application. They don't need to worry about that is networking to make the communication secure over the internet for the developer. So developer will forget about all those things, about that specifications, about that storage, about that RAM, about that networking. Okay, so this will be making more efficient the particular developer, particular company, particular organization to build their software, to build their application and to run their businesses as well. Okay, so because cloud will provide us a platform where everything will be take care by the cloud vendor. Okay, so this is that advantage of the PaaS. Okay, and also it's abstract the infrastructure and OS management. As I told you, we don't need to we don't worry about that infrastructure or OS management. Just we have to select what kind of OS we want. We will just select and it will be compute, our application will be compute on that particular OS as well. Okay, so developer will be focused on only the developing the particular application. They don't worry about that infrastructure. So why we use basically? So basically, basically you know basically in PaaS where it will be increase our efficiency to make the applications to make the faster and easiest way on the cloud. Okay, and let's come to the example of the PaaS as well, like Microsoft App Services. So there is the App Services and storage also, and SQL Server also. So there will be huge number of applications, a huge number of services where we can just give some of the our requirement, and it will be automatically generate the infra to develop our code as well. Okay, and why also, and come to the SaaS. So basically SaaS is a kind of software. SaaS is a software as a services will provide the particular cloud vendor, like where we will just use that software, like Microsoft 365 Office Online. So inside that there is Teams, there is Outlook, and there is Excel, and also this is the software where we do our work. We don't care about that infra, and we don't care about that management and all. It's just software and it will be managed by the cloud vendor or the service provider. They will manage everything. Okay, and so let's come to the Azure portal, and I will show you. So this is the Azure portal, okay, where we can search here like virtual machine. Okay, so like here, so see virtual machine. So if I have to create the virtual machine for our application, so this is the IaaS, in infrastructure as a services. Okay, so here see I have to take care about everything, like see here availability zone as well. I have to make sure in which zone we wanted to deploy, and as I told you, OS also we have to take care of what means what kind of OS we want for our system. Well, like Ubuntu, like Red Hat, like Windows, and like Mac as well. So this is that kind of OS we have to manage. Okay, as per the size also, as I told you. So this is that particular sizes where we have to choose for our applications. Okay, and also this is the disk sizes, where how much disk sizes should be for our application, for our virtual machine. So everything we need to take care about the storage, the networking, the OS and all, because we are responsible to manage our virtual machine. Okay, see the networking, everything we need to select. We have to make sure what kind of resource, what kind of service request will come to communicate to your virtual machines, and what kind of request will go out from your virtual machine. So we can responsible to manage the networking, to manage the disk, to manage the storage, to manage the OS as well. So this is our responsibility. Okay, so I'm giving you an example. Let's see, if we wanted to have a pizza. Okay, and then we have to go to the market. Let's we go to the market, and we have to buy a different stuff to make a pizza. Okay, and then we will take all those material, all those items which will make the pizza. Then we will come to home, and then we will prepare that pizza, and after that we will have. Okay, so everything we have to take care about that pizza. Okay, so this will be totally depends on us. If anything will be wrong, then we will be responsible, and if the things will be fine, then we will be responsible. So this is that particular example of IaaS. Okay, let's come to the PaaS. So app services. So in this is that PaaS services on Azure portal. Okay, so whenever you wanted to create a particular applications. Okay, so whenever you will create your web app services, and you want to create a web app services, then you just create your web app onto your Azure portal. Inside that, you have to just ensure your databases where you wanted to store your data related to your web app. Okay, and deployment, in which environment you wanted to deploy. Okay, and then just you have to create your you know you have to create your code, you have to build your applications, and just host your applications on these web app services. Okay, so this is the this is that PaaS services, platform as a services, where cloud will provide a platform where we will go, we will run, we will make our code, we will make our applications, and we will run. So we don't need to worry about the infrastructure, we don't need to worry about the background, what is happening and all. Okay, and what will be manageable, like we don't need to take care about that update of server and update anything. So this will be take care about take care from the cloud vendor itself. Okay, so let's just example like a pizza. If I wanted to have a pizza, then I will go to the pizza shop. Okay, like Domino's, like Pizza Hut, and many other shops will be there where pizza will be available. Okay, when I will go there, then we will have an options what kind of pizza we need. Okay, like onion pizza, like tomato pizza, like capsicum pizza, like pizza mania, or pizza cheese pizza, any kind of pizza. So we will have multiple kind of options, and we will select the pizza. We will select that options, and then they will prepare, and then we will have that pizza. Okay, so this is that that kind of services where everything will be will be made ready for you from the cloud provider. You have to go there, you have to select your environment, and you have to make your code, and just you have to upload your applications. So let's come to the SaaS, software as a services. So as I told you, uh, whenever there is third-party applications in our phones, or in our platforms, in our workspace also. So there is like Microsoft 365 or Google Sheet or Google Docs. So where we have to use it. So we have to install, and we have to log in, and just we have to use it. We don't need to worry about the infrastructure, we don't need to worry about that storage, that OS and all. Whatever it is that is running into the backend, the cloud provider or the application provider will take care about everything. Okay, so this is that ready-made of the software where we will use, as simple as that. So like say, like an example, as I told you, pizza. Okay, so if I wanted to eat the pizza, then someone will take that pizza and will give it to me, and then I will have a pizza and just I will eat those pizza. Okay, so but I don't need to worry about that, how this pizza made and what kind of pizza it is. There is pizza, just I will eat. As simple as that. Okay, so this is that SaaS applications as well. And let's closing the thoughts, like whatever we have discussed. So wrap up. So IaaS, so we must maintain everything in IaaS type of services in cloud, like everything, like OS, like storage, like networking, patching, everything we need to take care about it. And PaaS, platform as a services, we must give our the requirement to the vendors. Vendor means cloud provider or applications provider. Okay, so they will make our requirement from the backend. They will make ready that backend for us. Okay, so and we will just use that backend, use that platform to build our applications, to build our code, to write our code, to run on that environment and live that code as well. And SaaS, software as a services, we have to use only. Okay, so there is applications is ready to use, so we will use as simple as that. Okay, so this was that three types of services in every cloud, what I wanted to share with you guys. And let's let's come to the next point. In my coming video, I will start my data engineering journey to all of you, to make easy to understand the Azure data engineer as simple way. And I will start real-time scenario and real-time data project, whatever in industry is happening and what is the going on in the industries. So you will get a more clear idea on the particular um, domain, like a data engineering domain, so you will be more comfortable in that domain. So feel free to ask me the questions, I will be happy to give you the answers. And thank you so much to be support me and to be here to learn and grow together. And see you in the next video. Thank you so much.